Today we get even closer to the Chesapeake. I make a big mistake.
Nothing you said is on there. This is the best place that we could find.
Last but not least, we clean up our bilge. Welcome to Sailing Out of Sight. We're Craig and Diane, and this is our stowaway Bonnie. Please remember to subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Bottoms up. This morning we're hauling anchor and leaving the Lafayette River. We're going to venture closer to the Chesapeake Bay.
Forward and a little bit to starboard.
While lifting the anchor, I'm at the helm and Craig gives me hand signals telling me which way to steer the boat. First we have to get the bridle out of the way. Craig will pause when the chain starts stacking up in the chain locker so that we don't jam our windlass.
Now I have to line that anchor up with a come over the roller. We are up. We are loose from the bottom.
Once the anchor's up, Craig will put away the bridle and clean the deck.
And the last thing we don't want to forget to put on is our safety clip. Because what we don't want to do is accidentally lose the anchor over the front of the boat while we're moving. Done that before, actually a couple of times. A couple of hours and we'll be setting anchor again.
Just outside our anchorage, and the first thing we go past is the Norfolk International Terminals. These can handle 3 ultra-large container vessels simultaneously, and the terminal has a total of 18 ship-to-shore cranes. Naval Station Norfolk is the headquarters and home port of the United States Navy Fleet Forces Command. It is the world's largest naval station with the largest concentration of the U.S. Navy forces through 75 ships alongside 14 piers and 134 aircraft with 11 aircraft hangars. At any one time, you can observe various destroyers, cruisers, aircraft carriers, submarines, and amphibious assault ships. Right about here's where I make my mistake. I forget to turn on the microphones to the camera. As usual, I'm just talking and using too many words.
Nothing you said is on there.
Okay.
That thing has to be on. Sorry about the fan noise. Up here, we came up the Hampton River. There were several anchorages marked or noted on Navionics, but the anchorages they show are so small that, I mean, if you were more than one boat, you wouldn't have room in there. So there's really nothing up that is worth anchor, or that we can anchor at. So we're gonna have to go find another one that's kind of outside. We think we know where we can get it. But other than that, we got to see some of Hampton from the river. Show some of that buildings that we're passing.
Most of the buildings here are part of the Hampton University campus. This includes the Mansion House, which was built in 1828 on the grounds of the Little Scotland Plantation.
We made it in to Hampton Roads from Norfolk just a few minutes ago, and we are now anchored. We are anchored next to Old Point Comfort Marina, and behind those trees is Fort Monroe. We will venture to get over there and take a look at that. We're going to be here at least probably 3 days, 3 nights anyway, waiting on some shipments to come in. So this is where we're going to spend the night. We left, one of the reasons we got out of Norfolk so soon was it was very industrial and commercial. So we pull into a new anchorage. This is funny. We pull into a new anchorage and it's covered up with construction. The highway is pretty close, but so far the traffic noise hasn't been loud at all. It may be because the wind's blowing a lot of the noise away. I don't know, but this is the best place that we could find for Hampton, and I think we're about 1.5 mile dinghy ride from this marina to up the river to the downtown area of Hampton. The other option would be to get an Uber and leave from this marina here, but I don't know that there's any need for that. We'll check it out. It may be a decent bike ride too. That could be something that we do. Anyway, we're anchored and we'll spend the next few nights here. It's really been cloudy and cool today. Actually, I'm surprised at how cool it is. Here in Virginia, it's mid-June and we have a high today of like 72 degrees. It's comfortable, but it's cooler than you would expect for June. Flags flying. Finally, it took me a long time to get it done. The Texas Tech flag needs to be renewed. It's getting old and needs a new one. We're just outside of Hampton, Virginia, and the anchorage is really so convenient. We've got several dinghy docks that we can get to easily, trash disposal. It's just been a really nice anchorage so far. And because we've been enjoying the anchorage, we decided that we should stay here a little bit and take care of some projects that have surfaced. So every day of the week, almost every day of the week, a new project comes up. So I'll show you what we are going to be working on today. I had made some changes to the Bilge system, and to be honest, I didn't really do a good job. So we're having problems with the float float switch getting jammed. It's a very tight space, I'll show you. But the float switch has been getting jammed, so we need to take care of that. We've also noticed when we looked at that there is some oil in the bilge. And so we need to figure out, none of the engines are consuming oil, so I'm not sure where it came from. It's possible that, I have spilled a little bit of oil during my oil changes, and it's possible that it took a while to work down to where we could see it. But we need to figure that out. We need to clean up the bilge system, make it where the float switch can't get stuck, and just tidy it up a bit, and figure out if this is new oil, where it may have come from, and is it still an ongoing issue. But I'll show you what we've got in the bilge.
After further investigation and with no signs of an oil leak, we feel certain that the oil was the canola oil which we used in our old shaft seal reservoir.
So this is our bilge. That's a secondary pump that's mounted higher. The primary pump is right down there. It's hard to see because of all the black water. And then of course we have our manual pump right here. So we've got 2 electric bilge pumps and 1 manual. It's a bit of a rat's nest down there, so I need to clean that up and see if I can't make it a cleaner, more reliable bilge pump system. So that's what we're doing today. One of the realities of living on a boat is that we have to get some things from time to time. Today I need to go to Walgreens to pick up some prescriptions, West Marine to pick up a new blower. I have to go to Home Depot to get some repair items for our bilge. We could Uber, but that kind of kills the fun. It makes it too easy.
And you'd have to Uber 3 different places because they won't wait for you. Anyway, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. To make a run to town, we have to get one of the bikes out, make sure the tires are aired up, load it onto the dinghy, go to shore, get the bike off the dinghy, do your running around, then come back. And it will probably take, I think it'll take me at least 2 hours to get that done. So it'll be a full morning, that's for sure. So better to do it now than when it's hotter. So we'll get started on that.
We store our bikes on the back deck of the boat. Craig made a canvas tarp to store them under to protect them from the UV and the salt air. We purchased Zizzo folding bikes from Amazon a few years ago, and we've been really happy with them. In hindsight, this was probably not the best day for Craig to make his 6-mile round-trip bicycle ride. The heat index that day was around 105 degrees. You look tired.
I'm spent. How to cut it. see if I can draw this outline down there so I know where I'm going to glue this. Now I can put my caulk down there real thick and then just set that board into it. Okay, here we go. Paper towel and hand it to you. Or give me a paper towel. I'm going to place this board. So what we're doing is we need to remount one of our bilge pumps. So what I did was we got a board and we're using adhesive to put the board down so that we can use screws into the board and not put screws into the fiberglass on the bottom of the boat. That's a white oak board. We'll paint it. It's white oak, so it's pretty much impervious to water. Now we just need to let it dry for, should be done by tomorrow morning, I think.
Okay.
You hand me a paintbrush?
Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Don't forget to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and ring the little bell. Bottoms up! Thanks for watching.